Why did my ex-husband's parents show up at my door after I disappeared 8 years ago? I was putting my daughter to bed when the doorbell rang at 9 p.m. Through the peephole, I saw Richard's parents standing on my porch. I hadn't seen these people since I disappeared from the hospital 8 years ago, 3 days after giving birth. Richard's mother was holding a manila folder and his father kept checking his phone. My hands started shaking because there was only one reason they'd track me down after all this time. They found out about Mia. I opened the door a crack and Richard's mother smiled that same fake smile from my wedding day. Hello, Catherine. We've been looking for you for quite some time. May we come in? I should have slammed the door, but I needed to know how they found me. I let them into my living room and stood between them and the hallway where Mia's room was. Richard's father sat down without being invited and opened the folder on my coffee table. We know about your daughter. She's 8 years old now, which means she was born during your marriage to our son. Richard's mother pulled out a photo from the folder and my stomach dropped. It was Mia at her school's field day last month. Someone had been watching her. Beautiful girl. She has Richard's eyes, don't you think? I kept my voice steady, even though I wanted to scream. What do you want? Richard's father leaned forward. Richard died 6 months ago. Car accident. He never remarried, never had other children. That makes Mia his sole heir. Richard's mother added, the estate is worth $4.2 million. But there's a problem. Richard's will leaves everything to his parents if he dies without legitimate children. We need Mia's birth certificate to prove paternity, and we need you to sign documents confirming Richard knew about her. I felt my chest tighten. He didn't know about her. I left before I could tell him. Richard's father smiled and it made my skin crawl. That's not what you're going to say. You're going to sign an affidavit stating that Richard knew about the pregnancy, that he supported you financially during your marriage, and that Mia is his biological daughter. In exchange, Mia gets the full inheritance. I stared at the documents they'd prepared. Everything was already typed up, just waiting for my signature. And if I don't sign, Richard's mother's smile disappeared. Then we contest the will anyway. Drag you through court, subpoena your medical records, and make your life hell for the next 2 years. We'll demand a paternity test, which will prove Richard is the father. But by the time it's over, legal fees will have consumed most of the estate. Or you sign now, we file the paperwork quietly, and Mia gets $4.2 million in a trust fund. Richard's father added, either way we prove paternity. This way is just faster and richer for everyone involved, especially your daughter. I looked at the documents and something felt wrong. These people had despised me during my marriage, called me a gold digger, tried to convince Richard to get a prenup after we were already married. Now they were offering to hand over millions to prove my daughter was their grandchild. I pulled out my phone and texted my lawyer friend 3 words. Emergency. Call now. My phone rang 30 seconds later. I answered and said, I'm with Richard's parents. They want me to sign something about Mia's inheritance. I put it on speaker. My lawyer's voice came through sharp and clear. Don't sign anything. Catherine, listen to me very carefully. Do not sign a single document. Richard's mother reached for my phone, but I stepped back. My lawyer continued, I'm going to ask you a direct question, and I need you to answer honestly in front of them. I'm going to ask you a direct question, and I need you to answer honestly in front of them. Is Richard listed on Mia's birth certificate as the father? My throat went dry. No, I left the father line blank. The room went silent. My lawyer spoke slowly. Then there is no legal proof Richard is Mia's father. Whatever they're trying to get you to sign is a trap. Richard's father stood up. We'll get a court-ordered paternity test. The body can be exhumed. My lawyer laughed. Good luck. You'd need the mother's consent or proof of paternity to exhume remains. You have neither. Richard's mother's face went red. That money should stay in our family. Richard was our only child. My lawyer's voice cut through. And if Catherine signs your documents, what happens? Silence. Then my lawyer answered her own question. They're not trying to give Mia the inheritance. They're trying to establish paternity so they can sue Catherine for fraud. 8 years of unpaid child support that Richard allegedly provided. They'll claim she stole money from their son during the marriage and used it to raise a secret child. They'll take her house, her savings, everything. Then they'll take Mia. I looked at the documents again and saw it. Buried in paragraph 8. Mother acknowledges receipt of $3,000 monthly support payments from father during years 2016 to 2024. Payments that never existed. If I signed this, I'd be admitting Richard gave me $288,000 that I'd have to pay back to his estate. Money I never received and couldn't possibly return. Richard's parents left when I threatened to call the police, and my lawyer filed a restraining order the next morning. Turns out Richard died drowning in debt with nothing but his parents' desperate scheme to blame me for their financial problems.